A letter to those with an aching soul. I know you're out there. I know that for you, pain isn't a cut. It's not a fever. It's not a broken bond. It's a weight, a void, a constant noise in the silence. It's that feeling that the world keeps spinning, but you are standing still, or worse, sinking. These are two pains within me that still ache. The first is from when I thought my foot was going to burst. After being beaten repeatedly on my hands and feet, for some reason, one of my feet felt like it would explode. I screamed as loud as I could, and the pain eventually passed, but I didn't let it show. I knew my father wanted to hear my expression of pain. After all, pain was the guarantee that the correction would work, that I would behave. I was beaten many times, but that one in particular never stopped hurting. Maybe because I realized it right then that to him, pain wasn't a dose of medicine, it was a massive overdose that he felt needed to be given. I want to tell you something important right away. Your pain matters. It doesn't matter if the outside world doesn't see it or if you can't put a name to it. So pain is real, and facing it requires more courage than any marathon or radical life change. The other pain that still hurts me today is the sound of a voice crying for help. I've heard other voices like that before. I've heard voices of people being robbed, screaming for help, but the voice I heard was my mother's because of my father. Decades later, that cry for help still aches within me. Thinking about it, thinking about it many years later, I understood that the pain of those we love hurts more than our own. Our own pain can move beyond the body and reach our soul. But hearing and seeing the pain in someone we love cuts our soul and fears and somehow tears our heart apart. We are struck just as hard as those whose bodies were bruised. Don't feel guilty for not being the productive or happy person that social media demands. Your soul is asking for a pause, and pausing is an act of courage. So pain doesn't stop hurting on its own. There is no painkiller to do it. We must talk to the pain so that we can move forward without being struck down again. If the pain in your soul is a signal, it's a signal that you care. You care about what you lost, about what didn't happen, about what hurts. Your pain is proof that you have depth, that you have a heart that allows itself to feel. Look at what happened to me. I wasn't physically able to defend my mother. I was a child. But just as pain spreads through regions of the body, the soul has its own anatomy. Healing isn't a straight line, and it's not accomplished in 30 days. It's a slow process, full of ebbs and flows. Curing the soul requires time as medicine. My mother used to tell me back then a phrase that stayed hidden in my mind. When you grow up, don't do this. When you grow up, don't be like this. Don't try to fight the pain as if it were an enemy. Welcome it as a messenger. Ask it, what are you trying to tell me? What do I need to change or release? I think I finally understood why that lingering pain is it when the phrase my mother told me surfaced in my mind. When you grow up, don't do this. That phrase echoed in my head when I was playing with my daughter, who was having fun and smiling. So pain carries its own healing process within it. Healing through speech, through conversation, through self forgiveness, and the practice of love. Yes, the practice of love. Almost every victim blames themselves, and it is necessary to forgive yourself to move forward. Love is a good path. The love for my daughter nourishes her and at the same time sets me free. And remember, soul pain is not your final destination, it's just a station along the way, and you have the strength to keep going, even if that strength today is just the strength to breathe. With this letter, I hope to have planted a seed in your heart. If you are feeling the pain, know that you are not alone. We are never truly alone. That's it, everyone. This was Thinking Out Loud for this week. If this episode touched you, please share it. You might be sending a message of comfort to someone who really needs to hear it today. Okay? I'm Dylan, and we'll meet again next Monday. Until then, take care.